Hey everybody, welcome back to Sponge's Tech Tips. Up here in Washington State, cloudy. Hasn't rained on me yet, but this is our typical weather up here. Yeah, everybody thinks it rains all the time. I know I talk about it often, but it doesn't. It's usually just like this. I think that's why we have such a high depression rate, is it's always cloudy and just drab. But working on a, let's see, what was this? A 2015 or 16 Hyundai Sonata. On this one, I am actually doing a dash swap. The airbag's deployed. It was in a front-end accident. You can see the new bumper or the replacement bumper. Well, that might be the old bumper. That's part of the bumper, but that's going on the front, and we are doing all the airbags and seatbelts in this. Let's double check the date on this. Production of June of 2015, so this would be a 15. Let me double check the key. So they have this listed as a 16, but it has a production date of June of 15. So again, these months are overlapping oddly, the production months. But what we're actually doing today is we're doing the A-pillar removal again. I've done this on other vehicles. This will be, I wish I could do a tech tip on the whole dash on this, guys, but this is so, I mean, number one, I would have to be editing video and doing, I mean, you can see I've been working on this thing for about 3 hours just to get it to this point. You can see the airbag deployed in the dash. Ironically, we're doing all this because the dash, once that airbag deploys, it is not salvageable. So what we are doing is the pillar removal. Now, for what I'm doing, I actually have to remove both the pillars to get the dash out because it hangs up right here. These pieces here and here slide in and hook it. So you have to remove those to bring the dash this way towards once everything gets removed. But kind of a pain in the butt, these new clips. Again, you've got your airbag up in the trim piece or behind the panel. When that deploys, the plastic has to remain strong. If not, it will blow free and hit you and cause injury. So they put these weird clips up there, up in this area, that are designed to prevent it. It'll pop out so the airbag can deploy, but it doesn't pop off and hit anybody. And if you've ever worked on any older vehicles without the side curtain airbags, typically those just pop right off and there's really nothing substantial holding it. And if you go even way further back into the 80s, they would just fall off. So there wasn't anything holding them at all. So now in this, with this pillar, I thought we'd do it a little bit differently this time. I wanted to show you, I have one side removed, and I wanted to show you the way that this clip comes out. Let me see if I can just suspend this a little bit. Here's the clip. There's a single pop clip here, and then there's the what you would say a permanently retaining clip here. And what it does, again, I'm doing this. What it does when you pop it free, this part pops free there, and that allows the airbag to deploy, and then it doesn't go any further than this. Now, I found this clip inside the metal was very tight. I did see a couple other tech tips on guys just putting screwdrivers behind there or panel poppers and just prying as hard as they could and popping these little clips on the outside free. That's really not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to actually pinch these. So it's got these little wings, and you're supposed to pinch them to close. You can see it go down right there. The problem is you have very little clearance. If you pinch one too far, the other one won't go down far enough. And getting your tool behind the airbag when the airbag is in place. Obviously, if you're taking it down to replace the airbag will be deployed and there won't be anything there. But if you're doing it to take the dash out or to get to anything else in the roof, you can't get to those little wings very easily by going up behind the airbag. You can't see anything. I guess it's on the top. It's up in this portion here. Now, in addition to that, I found the other side, when it pops free, it's also hooked. So in the bottom area here where I'm pointing, it's hooked in there. So after kind of fighting with this and trying different tools and trying to figure out the best way to pop it free without causing any damage whatsoever, ironically, I found the best thing to do is just to kind of push it down and out of the way. So let's try this on the other side now that you kind of have a vision. And actually, let me show you what we're going to do. So it's going to be hard to see, but once you pop this out and you got some play, I found the best thing to do is to put your screwdriver, a flathead or a panel popper or a pliers, and actually push this clip out in the downward position. It's moving because it's not fastened, but let's see if we can do it. But once you push it out, it pops free and it comes out of the whole thing. So does that make sense? So that's what we're going to do. Let me see if I can show you on the other side. So let's walk around the driver's side. I actually haven't gotten this one out yet, but I really think that this is going to make life easier for all of you. But let's see what we can do here. I've got so much stuff. This dash is so entailed. Everything has to come out to get this dash out. I mean, honestly, the one thing I think I could have done that would have made it easier too is to actually pull the seats out just to get those out of the way. Steering wheel is going to have to come off next, but we may have to move the car around in the meantime. So right out of the gate, first thing you're going to want to do, and this applies for both the driver's and passenger side, pull your weather stripping down. Get that out of the way so you make your gap. You can then use your hand. You don't need anything. Pop that out. So all I did, we'll show you again. Just put a little pressure, the thing pops out. Okay. Now the next thing, if we look, see if we can get some focus and light. There's the clip. And what I'm going to recommend is to actually push. So get your pliers or anything you can that's flat and long. Put it on this side and then push down on the clip and then pull the trim piece up. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it one-handed, but you get the idea. You're going to want to bring this panel this direction by holding it with one hand and pushing on the clip and pull it upward. And that's going to pop that clip out of that little transition. And then once it's out, then you can actually get to those wings. So I wish I could show you a better demonstration here. Hopefully the combination of showing you that one pulled down and this one gives you the idea of what I'm talking about. If not, I would really need to rig up almost some sort of a tripod hanging from the ceiling of this thing to do it. But you get the idea. So again, push the clip downward out of. Yeah, see, I can't push down and pull up at the same time, and that with just one hand. So, all right. So hopefully that helps you out getting the pillar down. Putting it back together is actually different because you have to reinsert this clip. You've got to reinsert it into that channel, and then this will clip in to the metal, and then you push them together and then it clips into place. So, all right, guys, I don't know how many other tech tips I'll be able to help anybody with on this. This thing, honestly, if I were to put together a video on how to take this dash out just to swap out that airbag, or to put a new dash with a new airbag in. I would imagine the video would probably be about, even edited, probably 30 minutes long. So maybe that's for another day. I may have to do like a 3 or 4 hour video and then edit it down someday for you guys, and that'll do a step by step. My advice, if you are doing the dash, keep your screws together, keep the nuts together. One thing I do when I pull out the screws, as I remove each piece, I then take those screws out and I take them to my replacement dash, and you'll see I've actually put the screws into the new dash where they are going to go back. So this is around the gauge cluster. You can see I've put the screws in. Number one, that prevents me from losing them. Two, it makes sure they go back to where they are. There's a few plastic trim pieces. Once those are removed from the inside dash, you can bring those out, put them on, lightly put the screw in. Same with the vents. This one over here is kind of a combination of the glove box, which that's a whole nother big puzzle all in its own. So, all right, guys, hopefully this helps you Hyundai owners out, or you techs that are working on a Hyundai today. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more how-to videos. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave some comments in the comments section. And we will see you on the next job. But it'll be a while from now because I'm nowhere near being done on this. All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.